use Naviance when you're in 9th, 10th, and 11th grade. This student is already logged in, so this is the first page you come to after logging in. We'll start with colleges and how you can research colleges. Until you're a senior, if you'll just use the tab Colleges I'm Thinking About under My Favorites with this heart icon, we'll save the graduation cap icon and colleges I'm applying to for your senior year. You can see that our sample student has added several schools: Georgetown, University of Memphis, Rhodes, UTK, and Tulane. And you can learn some things about these schools by looking at the delivery type. Georgetown has its own delivery option. It is not an online application. This is a postage stamp. University of Memphis has an online application. And then Rhodes, UTK, and Tulane are all part of the common application, along with about 600 other schools. So if this student does decide to apply to Rhodes, UTK, or Tulane, he would just fill out the one single application and then have those sent to that school. When you're a little bit older, we'll talk about deadlines, why you would do early action, early decision. But then another great tool you can use here is the scattergrams. So we don't send a lot of kids to Georgetown, so this could be really informative about what kind of grades and test scores you need to get to go to Georgetown. So you can see we haven't had a lot of applicants. We've had 4 that are plotted on the scattergram. This blue dot here, this blue icon, is the student who's using Naviance. You can see our sample student has a 27 ACT and a GPA of 4.09. We have 1 applicant who has gotten in to Georgetown with a 30 ACT and a little over a 4.5 GPA. These 3 students with very great test scores and GPAs have been denied. So one thing that tells you is that there's a lot more to getting into Georgetown than just good grades and test scores, though that definitely helps. To go back to colleges I'm thinking about, you would just use the plus sign if you wanted to add colleges to the list, and these are the schools you're thinking about. So add all the schools you want to the colleges I'm thinking about list and research those. Under the About Me tab, you would go to My Stuff, and this is where you can build a resume. This is a really easy to create resume. Our sample student has already added that he volunteers at RIFA for a couple of hours per week and has done this all through high school. To add more sections, you just select the plus sign, decide what category you want to add information to. We'll keep up with this student's community service here and say that he was a Holiday Mart volunteer for USJ. And did this November of 2019. Well, not to present. And then did that, let's say, put in 3 hours. Total hours, 3 hours. Did that in 9th grade. Assisted with USJ's largest fundraiser for academic excellence. And then you add that, and you can see it's already formatted for you. So this is a really easy way to keep up with your service hours and to create a resume when you're a senior. I would suggest you go ahead and get your account set up so you can begin tracking those volunteer service hours. So just a little recap, you'll use colleges, the Colleges I'm Thinking About tab, and you'll also use About Me, My Stuff, and the Resume tab. Thank you for learning more about how to use Naviance.